Unraveling the conflict, Israel's war against Hamas explained. The Israel-Hamas conflict, a protracted political and military struggle, has been a major source of tension in the Middle East for decades. The dispute, primarily between the Israeli government and the Palestinian political organization Hamas, is deeply rooted in issues of national identity, land ownership, religion, and political ideology. Understanding the origin of the conflict requires a look back at the historical context. The conflict stems from the late 19th and early 20th centuries when Zionism, a Jewish nationalist movement, advocated for the establishment of a Jewish homeland in Palestine, an area inhabited predominantly by Arab Muslims. This was met with resistance from the Arab population, leading to a series of clashes and conflicts. Religion plays a significant role in the Israel-Hamas conflict. Judaism and Islam, the major religions of the conflicting parties, have deep historical and cultural ties to the disputed land. Both groups view certain areas, such as Jerusalem, as sacred, heightening the stakes and complicating the resolution process. At the heart of the conflict is the issue of land ownership. Following the creation of the State of Israel in 1948, many Palestinians became refugees in Gaza Strip and the West Bank. Disputes over who has legitimate claim to these territories have led to numerous wars and ongoing contention. The formation of Hamas in 1987 marked a turning point in the conflict. As an offshoot of the Muslim Brotherhood, Hamas adopted a more radical approach than other Palestinian groups. Its charter calls for the destruction of Israel and the establishment of an Islamic state in its place, escalating the conflict and making a peaceful resolution more challenging. The formation of the State of Israel in 1948 was a key turning point in the Middle East. The United Nations partition plan paved the way for the creation of an independent Jewish state, sparking a surge of Jewish immigration, but also fueling tension with Palestinian Arabs. Hamas, a Sunni Islamic fundamentalist organization, was formed in 1987 during the First Intifada. Its charter, influenced by the Muslim Brotherhood, calls for the liberation of Palestine and the establishment of an Islamic state in the area that is now Israel, the West Bank, and the Gaza Strip. Prominent figures have shaped the course of the Israel-Hamas conflict. These include Yasser Arafat, the leader of the Palestinian Liberation Organization, and Ariel Sharon, former Prime Minister of Israel. Their actions and policies have significantly influenced the dynamics of the conflict. The role of regional and international forces has been pivotal in this conflict. Countries like Egypt, Iran, and Syria have actively supported Hamas, while the United States and other Western nations have stood by Israel. These alliances have significantly impacted the power dynamics in the region. The Gaza Strip, a small self-governing Palestinian territory along the Mediterranean, has been a major focus of the conflict. Israel withdrew from Gaza in 2005 but has maintained a blockade since 2007, after Hamas took control. The Strip has been the site of numerous conflicts and ceasefires over the years. The United Nations has played a significant role in the Israel-Hamas conflict, with numerous resolutions passed to try and bring about peace. Their peacekeeping efforts, however, have been met with varying degrees of success, largely due to the deep-seated issues at the heart of the dispute. The peace process has been a challenging journey, with notable moments like the Oslo Accords, which attempted to set a framework for resolving the conflict. Unfortunately, the accords have not yet achieved their intended goal, indicating the complexity of the issue. Hamas' strategy in the conflict has largely revolved around the use of terrorism and guerrilla warfare. This militant approach has not only escalated tensions but also complicated peace efforts, with the group's actions frequently condemned by the international community. Israel, on the other hand, has relied heavily on its defense systems to protect its citizens. The Iron Dome, a renowned missile defense system, has been a crucial part of this strategy. It has significantly reduced the impact of Hamas rocket attacks, thus saving many lives. The conflict, however, has had a massive impact on civilians on both sides. A humanitarian crisis has ensued, with countless lives lost, homes destroyed, and basic services disrupted. The plight of these civilians remains a significant concern, highlighting the urgent need for a resolution. The media portrayal of the Israel-Hamas conflict plays a significant role in shaping the global perception of the situation. Different media outlets can present contrasting narratives, often influenced by their geographical location, political leanings, and audience. Coverage varies from factual reporting to biased narratives, affecting public opinion and, consequently, political action. In recent years, the conflict has seen a number of significant developments. There has been an increase in violence and escalations, with both sides blaming the other for initiating the conflict. The situation has been further complicated by changes in regional politics, international relations, and the rise of new leaders. The question of possible solutions to the Israel-Hamas conflict remains contentious. While some advocate for a two-state solution, others propose a single binational state. The peace process continues to be tumultuous, with negotiations often stalling due to disagreements and breaches of agreements. International reactions to the conflict are as varied as the nations themselves. While some countries unequivocally support Israel, others firmly back Hamas. Many nations, however, advocate for a peaceful resolution to the conflict, emphasizing the importance of dialogue and negotiation. The future of the Israel-Hamas conflict is uncertain. As both parties continue to maintain their respective claims and the international community struggles to broker a lasting peace, the conflict persists. Despite the ongoing strife, hope remains for an eventual peaceful coexistence.